This video will show how to use the most common chord progression in everything jazz, which is 2-5-1, using that chord progression to practice your triad arpeggios. So 2-5-1 in a key of C will be the chords D minor, G and C. D minor is chord number 2 in a key of C, G is chord number 5 in a key of C, and C is chord number 1 in the key of C. So a really good way to practice arpeggios is voice leading your changes, meaning you move your as little as you can and you connect your closest arpeggio fingerings. So for the D minor chord, let's say that you start on the root, you would have D. Your closest G chord will actually start from the same note, from D. D, G, B, D, G, B. And your closest C chord will start from the third. So we have a 2, 5, 1. So with arpeggios you will So you're combining the three closest fingering, the fingering for the D minor, for the G and for the C chord, with least amount of motion. So again I went from the root position, D to the 5th in the bass, G, going to the 3rd in the bass, C. And these are the closest D minor, G and C fingerings. Then moving on from D to the 3rd of the D minor chord, so now we're starting from an F note, so F, A, D, F, A, D, F, A. That D minor chord, the closest G chord will be from the root. And the closest G chord, a C chord, that was the G chord, the closest C chord will be from the 5th. Let me move everything down an octave, it might be easier for you to follow here. So the D minor chord will be, and then for the G chord we move up 2 frets, and the C chord we just play from the same G note. And again you would solo combining these 3 fingerings. So on. Then moving on to the last 3 fingerings, so we just play D minor from F. We start with D minor from the D note, then from the F note only one more to go, from an A note. That fingering is this: A, D, F, A, D, F, A, D. The closest G chord from here will be the one we have not played yet, which is the one from the B note. Gotta make sure I don't play 7th chords. B, D, G, B, D, G. Almost play the G7 chord. So sticking with triad. So B, D, G, B, D. And then the closest C chord will be the one from the root. Which is that one right there. So now from D minor chord. So that's a really good way to practice your arpeggios, and it gives you like the first steps into becoming better at soloing over 2-5-1s, which is a really good skill to have if you want to delve further into like jazz improvisation, because jazz again is a constant flow of constant 2-5-1 chords.